Every single day, thousands of car owners are unknowingly killing their engines, draining their batteries, and even risking their lives, all because of features designed to help them. I've spent years under the hoods of cars with catastrophic failures that could have been avoided with a simple click of a button. Today, I'm pulling back the curtain on the 23 car features you should disable immediately if you want your vehicle to survive past 100,000 miles. Stick around until the end because I'll reveal the hidden factory settings that can actually double your car's lifespan. Feature number 23, Auto Start-Stop System. We've all been there. You're at a red light and suddenly your engine just dies. The manufacturers tell you it's saving the planet, but they aren't telling you what it's doing to your crankshaft. Every time your engine restarts, the oil hasn't had a chance to fully pressurize the journals, meaning you're getting metal on metal contact hundreds of times a day. Your starter motor is rated for maybe 50,000 cycles, but this system forces it to do that in 2 years. You might save $50 in gas over a year, but you're looking at a $1,200 bill for a heavy-duty AGM battery and a high-torque starter. Is that a trade-off you're willing to make? If you value your engine's internal bearings, hit that A off button the moment you sit down. Feature number 22, Lane Keep Assist in narrow or rural roads. This feature is a nightmare for anyone who doesn't live in a city with perfect grid lines. On back roads or rural routes, the cameras often mistake a tar strip or a crack in the pavement for a lane marker. Suddenly, your steering wheel jerks to the left while you're trying to navigate a curve. I've seen cases where this system corrected a driver right toward a cyclist or a deep pothole because the computer didn't understand why the driver was swerving. It's fighting your muscle memory. On narrow roads, you need to be the one in control, not a confused algorithm. Have you ever felt your steering wheel ghost on you? Let me know in the comments because that's a signal to dive into your safety settings and kill this feature. Feature number 21, Adaptive Cruise Control in City Traffic. The sales pitch sounds like a dream. The car drives itself in a traffic jam, but the reality is a jerky, brake-heavy mess. These systems use radar that lacks the human touch. It doesn't see the brake lights 3 cars ahead. It only reacts to the bumper directly in front of you. This results in aggressive, late braking that wears out your pads and rotors twice as fast. Even worse, if someone cuts you off, the system slams on the anchors, risking a rear-end collision from the guy behind you. In the city, the variables are too high for current sensors. Save the cruise control for the open interstate and keep your foot over the pedal when things get crowded. Feature number 19, Automatic Headlight High Beams. It sounds convenient until you're the person blinding an oncoming semi-truck on a wet night. These systems rely on a light sensor behind the rearview mirror that can easily be fooled by reflections off road signs or moisture on the windshield. The delay is the real killer. By the time the camera sees the other car and dims the lights, you've already blasted the other driver with 2,000 lumens. It's not just a courtesy issue, it's a safety hazard. I always tell my clients, if you can't be bothered to flick a stalk to see the road, you probably aren't paying enough attention to be driving at night anyway. Take back manual control. Feature number 19, Daytime Running Lights when parked or idling. Why are we burning out expensive LED or HID bulbs while sitting in a parking lot? In many modern cars, the DRLs stay on as long as the engine is running. If you're waiting for a friend or sitting in a drive-thru, you're just generating heat in the headlight housing and putting an unnecessary load on your alternator. On some vehicles, these lights are so bright that drivers forget to turn on their actual headlights at night because the dash is already lit up. This leaves them driving with no taillights, essentially a ghost car waiting to be hit. If your car has an off or parking light position that kills the DRLs while you're stationary, use it. Feature number 18, Blind Spot Monitoring in Heavy Rain or Dirt Buildup. Don't bet your life on a sensor that can be blinded by a piece of wet cardboard. These systems use microwave radar sensors hidden behind your rear bumper covers. When road salt, mud, or heavy slush builds up on those panels, the signal gets distorted. I've seen these systems stay green even when a car was hovering right in the danger zone. It creates a false sense of security that is far more dangerous than having no system at all. If the weather's nasty, assume the system is lying to you.
Do you still trust your mirrors more than the little orange light in your glass? You should. Feature number 17, TPMS reset reminders. The tire pressure monitoring system is a legal requirement, but the reset logic in some cars is purely broken. These sensors are incredibly sensitive to temperature. A 10-degree drop at night can trigger a warning, even if the tire is perfectly safe. The nag factor causes many drivers to eventually ignore the light altogether, which is exactly when a real puncture happens. Check your pressures with a high-quality manual gauge once a month. Once you know they're right, don't let a glitchy computer monitor keep you in a state of panic. Feature number 16, keyless entry auto unlock. This is a massive security hole. Thieves now use relay attacks where they pick up the signal from your key fob inside your house and beam it to your car in the driveway. If your car is set to auto unlock when the key is nearby, you're essentially leaving the door open for them. Beyond theft, it's just annoying. I've had customers complain that their car locks and unlocks 20 times while they're watching it in the driveway. Go into your infotainment settings and change it so you have to actually touch the door handle sensor to unlock it. It takes half a second and could save your car from being stolen tonight. Feature number 15, auto wipers rain sensing. I've replaced more scratched windshields because of auto wipers than I can count. All it takes is a dry bug smear or a bit of dust over the sensor for the wipers to start frantically scrubbing across dry glass. This destroys the rubber blade and can actually score the glass over time. Plus, they never find the right rhythm. They're either too slow in a downpour or too fast in a drizzle. Stick to the intermittent setting. Your eyes are the best rain sensors ever made. Feature number 14, gesture controls. This is the definition of over-engineering. Waving your hand like a wizard to change the volume is significantly harder than just turning a tactile knob. The cameras often pick up your hand movements if you're just talking to a passenger, leading to the radio suddenly blaring or the navigation canceling your route. It's a gimmick that adds complexity and another point of failure for the interior electronics. Turn it off and appreciate the simplicity of a button. Feature number 13, seatbelt chime. Now, let's be clear, always wear your seatbelt on the road, but if you're a farmer checking fences or a contractor moving a truck 20 feet on a closed job site, that piercing ding 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 is enough to make you lose your mind. Most cars have a deactivation sequence, check your owner's manual, that silences the chime for low-speed maneuvers. It stops the car from screaming at your heavy toolbox sitting in the passenger seat too. Feature number 11, fake engine sound. Manufacturers are now piping engine noise through your speakers because modern cabins are too quiet. It's fake, it's disorienting, and it actually masks the real sounds your engine is making. If you have a vacuum leak or a pulley starting to squeak, you won't hear it over the synthesized V8 soundtrack coming through the subwoofers. Disabling this allows you to actually hear your machine. It's better for your mechanical sympathy and makes for a much more relaxing commute. Feature number 10, ambient interior lighting. It looks great in a showroom, but it's a disaster for night vision. Any light inside the cabin causes your pupils to constrict, making the dark road ahead look even darker. It also creates reflections on the side windows right where you need to see your mirrors. If you must have it on, dim it to the lowest possible setting. Your safety is worth more than a cool purple glow in the footwells. Feature number 9, ACO displacement system. This is one of the most controversial features in modern engineering. Systems like GM's AFM or Honda's VCM shut down cylinders to save fuel. The problem? Those dead cylinders still have pistons moving, but without the heat of combustion, the rings don't seal properly. This leads to massive oil consumption and fouled spark plugs over time. If you plan on keeping your car past the warranty, look into a disabler or a tune that keeps all cylinders firing all the time. Your engine will stay balanced and much cleaner internally. Feature number 8, speed-sensitive volume control. There is nothing more annoying than a radio that decides how loud it should be. If you're talking to a passenger and you speed up to pass someone, the radio suddenly interrupts your conversation. It's a low-tech solution to cabin noise that usually just results in you constantly fighting the volume knob. Turn it off in the sound settings and enjoy a consistent listening experience. Feature number 7, ACO mode in high-speed driving. Eco mode is fine for a 20-mile-per-hour school zone, but on the highway, it's actually dangerous. It remaps your throttles so that when you floor it to avoid a merging truck, the car hesitates for a second to decide if you really want that much gas. That second could be the difference between a close call and a collision. Plus, on hills, Eco mode often refuses to downshift, lugging the engine and creating unnecessary heat and pressure. For highway driving, normal mode is actually more efficient because the engine doesn't have to struggle. Feature number 6, Auto Park Assist. If you can't park your car, you shouldn't be driving it. These systems are painfully slow and often curb your expensive alloy wheels because they can't see the height of the sidewalk accurately. By the time the car finishes its 5-point turn, you've blocked traffic for 2 minutes. Use your backup camera, use your mirrors, and keep the assist off.
Feature number 5, traction control. This is a lifesaver on ice, but it's your worst enemy in deep snow or sand. If you're stuck, you need wheel spin to clear the treads and find traction. Traction control will sense that spin and cut the engine power to 0, leaving you sitting ducks in the middle of a snowbank. Know where your TC off button is. Sometimes you have to let the tires eat to get moving. Feature number 4, voice assistance. Beyond the privacy concerns of a constantly listening car, these systems are just frustrating. They rarely understand accents or technical terms, and they often trigger by accident when you're talking to someone else. It's a distraction that takes your mind off the road. Disabling the wake word like "Hey BMW" or "Hi Mercedes" ensures the car only listens when you actually press a button. Feature number 3, automatic updates. Software updates can be bricking events for cars. I've seen infotainment systems get stuck in boot loops or lose Apple CarPlay functionality after an over-the-air update gone wrong. Unless it's a critical safety recall, I prefer to do my updates at the dealership, where they have a stable power supply and a way to roll back if things go south. Set your updates to notify only. Feature number 2, overly aggressive lane departure warnings. If your car beeps every time you get within 6 inches of a line, you'll eventually start tuning it out, which is the boy who cried wolf effect. When you actually drift off the road, you might not react in time. Set the sensitivity to low or vibrate only. It should be a subtle reminder, not a screaming alarm that startles you into a panic. Feature number 1, remote start in unventilated or enclosed areas. This is the most dangerous feature on this list. Carbon monoxide is a silent, odorless killer. If your car is in a garage, even with the door open, fumes can swirl back into the house. With modern push-to-start cars, it's shockingly easy to accidentally trigger a remote start from your pocket while the car is in the garage. This has led to tragic, fatal accidents. If you don't absolutely need it for extreme weather, consider disabling the remote start via your key fob. Comfort is never worth the risk of CO poisoning. Most of these features are designed for the average driver who doesn't care about their car, but since you're watching this, I know you're not average. You want your machine to last. Now that you've disabled the engine killers, you need to know about the hidden features that the manufacturers don't want you to find, the ones that actually save you money. Click the link on the screen right now to see the 10 hidden features you'll regret not using sooner. I'll see you there.